time to Moside TV. My name is Mo Tenzen, and yeah, I'm back with a little tiny tutorial. And you may be remembering the magical wave, more or less thing. No, x-particle test I did, and some people asking about making of, and what I can say is it's so easy. I'm a bit ashamed to make a making of, but okay, you want it, I did it. Okay, and the wave is this thing I show you. Hey. So yes, and you see, in the original video I show how it's made, so there is no secret left. But let us do this from scratch. Yeah, this is my original scene. You see, but no, there's a funny fact. This is not my original scene. This is another iteration, because what I missed at the first thing is the x-particle system on trail functionality is able to make this wire stuff too. Yeah, I in the first version I used Super Tracer because I didn't know that x-particles can do it by its own. But this is a modified version, and I used the built-in trail functionality from x-particles. And yeah. So you know, to do it you need x-particles. It's of course possible with thinking particles. It's not so problem, but with x-particles it's so easy. And yes, at the moment it's the best time to buy x-particles, because the guys from Insidium just released x-particles 2.5. And 2.5 is again so much powerfuler than the before version, the 2, and has much new and very useful functionality. So you will love this, I think. Maybe I can show you some funny stuff I did while I trying out the meshing algorithm inside. Moment. I did this thing. Yes, it's just particles and the mesh algorithm from x-particles 2. It's called not mesh, it's called Skinner. Yeah. Because he makes a skin around the particles. It's like the original, how it's called, moment, metaball functionality in Cinema 4D, but much more experienced. So okay, starting from scratch, it's very easy. I told you. So the first skill you need is buying x-particles 2.5, and then I make a simple landscape. As always, I love this landscape. Yeah, I used it so much. you can't believe, in very glossy, high-rated commercial production and something. I every time use this thing because it's so flexible. So at first I discheck this thing. So I have a field, and you know, there are some parameters you can play with to make the landscape thing more interesting. For example, it's always nice to play with the roughness and so on features, and there's a Z to have to give you some different styles. Yeah, of course. So, and okay, this time I'm not playing much around. I very love moment. Yeah, this looks maybe fine for our needs. So, and then the next step, it's again so easy. I just grab the polygon reducing modifier and reduce the polygons. Then I have to set up the form tag to 1. Yeah. In the past, I just deleted the form tag. But what I learned the last month is external renders like Octane and I think Mentoray 2 needing a form tag. Yeah, and even it's set to 1 or to 0, it has to be there. So not deleting it, just giving a low amount, and that's the moment where the polygons appear. So then you have to search a nice position like this. No, no, no. I don't know. No, it's not the right thing. So the funny thing is because the polygon reducing modifier did it in real time, and so you can still change your landscape, yeah, till you have a nice one. So okay, it's just this is great. It's okay. So then we switch into 60:9. Okay, so the next thing was giving a nicer look. So I just choose a material, and there's not much experienced things. Just a bit darker color like this. So, and because I like to have it very raw, but give them a bit interesting look, I choose a Fresnel algorithm, and maybe you notice the difference. So yeah, you do. It looks a bit litted, you know what I mean? So it depends from your camera angle how it looks like. In some situations, I'm not sure if I did it like this. This is my original material. Yeah, it's a Fresnel with this one. Okay, and in this case, you see, this is without. It's okay, looks okay, but with Fresnel it looks a bit more interesting because parts of the hills are modeled more out. Yeah. Okay, it's no very science rocket stuff or something. It just looks a bit better. So okay, back to my original scene. I don't know. In this case, it didn't look much better. I'm afraid. Okay, it's because I give this just a bit to the ground. Yeah, not so much like I did before. Okay, so now we have our landscape. Yeah. And then the next thing is thinking particles. No, x-particles, sorry. So I grab the x-particle system and just let emitter appear and positing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry, I was on a party yesterday and I'm still a bit distorted because of this. I was very drunk. So, okay, now we have particles. For you, especially for you, I give them a brighter color so we can see them better. Okay, can you see them? No? Then I give a different view. Okay, moment. Yeah. So, and I choose a different color because I dislike this green. Okay, bluish is not better. So, okay. So, particles. The next thing is very easy. You have to give the whole scene a bit gravity. Like this. Okay, now the particles falling through the landscape. That means we have to give the landscape a special x-particles collider tag. Zack. And that's all. Now we have the proper simulation. And this is a fun thing because it works, of course, and built-in thinking particles, but you have to do more steps and more things, and it's not so performant. Yeah, and thinking particles, this amount of particles and the colliding to a ground or something makes cinema going very much slower. So and in x-particles it's just fun to see how fluidly everything still works, and you give them particles, and in this case it's just 1,000. I can give them 10,000 and it's still everything. It's yeah, they're very fast and very performant. You can see, maybe you can see my frames per second display on the screen. It's yeah, most of the time over 60, and that means your scene is has a very fast response time. So it's very great to do animation with this. Okay, so you see the particles, so I can switch them back to dots. It's better for our use. So yeah, and the interesting thing is, now with these particles, what I think when I made the test, I think okay, it's okay, but it's a bit boring, and so I give a turbulence effect 2. It's here. It's called turbulence. So, and because I like that the particles not just falling to the ground and following the gravity, so I give them a bit higher value, a bit greater scale, but you can edit it in real time, so a bit greater scale, higher value. So, and what you see now is, okay, the turbulence is a bit too big, so I give it the scale a lower value, and now it's very funny. It's what I like on this test. The particles falling on the ground, but are driven by turbulences, and so it feels a bit like kind of foam or so, yeah, or so, and that is what I want. And in my original saying, turbulence, okay, are different values, but I think the scale of the scene is different than my new one. You see, it's more tinier scene, so I have to give them a lower value. Okay, so and the last step, it's very easy again. It's giving the built-in trails. So, and trails means this. Okay, I choose a lower amount of particles so you can better see the trails. Yeah, it's this. So, but it's not just this. It's the trails functionality in x-particles have some options. And when you ask yourself what are these trails, they act like splines in Cinema 4D. And this means, of course, we can make splines visible with the hair shader algorithm. Yeah, you know, it's normally for hairs, but it's a very great way to make splines visible. So give them more tinier values and give this material to the trail algorithm, and then ta-da! The splines are visible, and in this case, yeah, it looks like this. So maybe it's time to give them a bit light. So very easy one. It's just a point light. It's always nice to set a camera in a scene, though. When you're working from the top view, you have an idea how your scene is arranged. So, and that means can give the top light to a position from right or something. So give them a shadow. And you see, I didn't do much special things. It's just a test scene. So that's all for the moment. And now, because I like this meshed trails, I switched to the algorithm to nearest by distance. And this means the trail algorithm tries to give every single particle a connection to his neighbors, yeah, and the range is by this, yeah, and in this moment it's set to 50, and we can show. Oh, okay. And when you lower this, yeah, it's maybe better to give lower values in this case. So yeah, and that's all. So that's more or less the scene I did last time. In this case it's a bit fast, I think. So maybe I lower the emission particle speed. So, and I set the trail editor view to color 2. So we can see it in the editor view. Okay. So maybe it's a bit too much turbulence right now. So, okay. And maybe we can give the emission a bit of angle. Yeah, but more or less did it what I did. This is what I did in the original version. So oh, a new YouTube follower right now. Great, thank you, guys. Yeah. So is there something I forgot? No, and the rest is just a bit light. Moment. Yeah, you see, for the background I used just a gradient and a big light source that stands behind the hills. You see this? But in this light source, the illumination is switched to off because I just need there to be visible, like this. So, and it's just to lit the horizon a bit, just for this. So, and this, yeah, there's no special reason. You can, when you switch your ground material to reflection or something, then you see the reflection of the green visible light in on the ground. But yeah, in this case, it's not so helpful to make a richer picture. And yeah, that's all. Here are the same particles, yeah, just emitted and with gravity and turbulence, and that's all. So, I hope you learned very much about x-particles. No, it's not so much, it's very easy, but x-particles is very great. For example, if you don't like to give this trail thing a try, you of course can choose the Skinner algorithm I told you before. Yeah, and you see, when you activate it, the emitter is automatically involved, and now you have just to choose how your Skinner should work, and I choose. Oh, it's not so good. Maybe just a smaller polygon size. Ooh. And give them a try. Yeah, now we have fluids. Yeah, more or less. A bit smoother. Yeah. And then you need, in this case, more fluid-like optic. You have to choose a bigger scale, of course. Yeah. So, and of course, much more particles then. So, but this is just one functionality you can use, and yeah, I did it with the trail generator and the hair material to make it visible, because I like this special, strange look. But in this case, we can give them a moment, transparency. So, and no, why every time pink? In this case, we're choosing poison green. Okay, transparency, a bit less transparent. And yeah, for our fluid, reflection is important. Fresnel and physical and plexiglass. Or no, why not water? Zack. Specular. Zack. Okay. So now we have a poison fluid situation, a very dark one, yeah. So I just give this physical sky so we can see something, and switch this off. So this is what you can do too, and yeah, x-particles, it's very good. I like this external particle system. It's very performant, and I did a whole job with this that I can't unfortunately show to you because it isn't released right now. But yeah, we make a short TV opener, yeah, and there are lots of x-particles in it. So yes, I'm afraid that's all for now, and maybe it's enough because there's not much I can tell you about this little experience. But if you're not sure about something I did in this, I give you this Cinema 4D scene for free. Yeah, it's for R15, and of course you need x-particles to work with it. So and maybe there's someone out there who likes to try a version with thinking particles or something. I'm not the one, because since I buy x-particles, I just use them and never go back to thinking particles, I'm afraid. And maybe in special situations. So yeah, that's all. That's all for today. A very tiny and short tutorial about making this abstract wave thing. So, and please, when you do your own experiments with this style, something, refer to this tutorial and give me a message. So I'm always interested in what you guys making out of this basic raw idea. Maybe you have some cars that's smoking wire shit or something, I don't know. So tell me when you have a funny project where you use this technique. Okay, this is Mo Tensen from Mostyle TV. Hope you're having fun with this, and we see us on the next tutorial. Bye bye.